This is Ryan Abraham for USCFootball.com, revisiting my three keys to victory for USC and Washington. Of course, the Washington Huskies took care of business here in the Coliseum, beating the USC Trojans 52-42. My first key to victory, USC actually did a pretty good job. The first quarter, I wanted to see zero explosive plays. Those are offensive plays that go for over 20 yards. There weren't any. Now, USC had the ball first and held the ball for quite a while, so it wasn't that many possessions for Washington. And the Huskies did end up with 7 plays of over 20 yards, 9 pass plays of over 15 yards, and 9 rush plays of over 10 yards. But early on, they were keeping it closer to the vest. So they gave up drives, but they weren't giving up the huge plays. That kind of happened later in the game. But it did give the offense a chance to get out there and score, take the lead, and I think that's was the key early. But USC just couldn't get any stops later in the game, and that's really what killed them. My second key was 2 turnovers. Wanted to see USC get a couple of turnovers in this one. Now, they had a block punt, and they had an interception on a tip ball. Eric Gentry was involved in that. He got a sack. He tipped the ball that ended up being intercepted by Christian Roland-Wallace, but it was only 1 turnover. And this is a Husky team that was turning the ball over a lot more than that, at least 1.5 times per game. So only getting 1, I think that's really what kind of hurt USC. My third key was the big one that USC got nowhere near, because I said hold Washington under 40 points for the game. The last 4 games, they've only eclipsed the 40-point mark once, and that was against Stanford. USC gives up 52 to Washington. The most points USC has ever given up to Washington in the 100-year history was 34, and Washington had that in the first half. So 52 points, obviously that's not going to get it done. Just weren't able to get stops. And giving up that many points, it's going to be really hard to win games. And it was really hard for this one, and they weren't able to do it. So that's the 3 keys to victory. USC falls. Now it falls to 7-3 with a trip to Oregon coming up next week. So make sure you check out USCFootball.com for lots more. I'm Ryan Abraham.